Hey everybody, it's Traci from Downward Dog Rising, and tonight I'm going to bring you a yoga workout, and I want to stretch out your hamstrings and your hip flexors, also releasing your neck and your shoulders. So if you feel the need to stretch your hip flexors and your hamstrings because you sit a lot during the day, and if you find that it brings tension to your neck and shoulders, then this workout's for you. So join me. All right, let's begin. We're going to start off in a plank. So we're going to come on to all fours and just prepare to do a plank. So I want you to do cat-cow. Knees are hip-width apart. Exhale, lift your abdominal wall to your spine. Inhale, stretch head away from tailbone. Exhale, scoop in, shoulder blades wide. Elongate spine, breathe in. Exhale. 3 more. Lengthen apart. Exhale. 2 more. Lengthen apart. Exhale. From here, go into a full plank. Think front ribs meet back ribs, neutral spine, tailbone long. Extend one leg out. Careful not to arch your back. Careful not to collapse your pelvis. Align. Front ribs meet back ribs. Scoop in and hold here. Tighten abdominal wall to back, tailbones long. Rock forward, rock back. Scoop in, forward, back. To the front, to the back. And 8, 7, spine is long, scoop in. 6, 5, 4, and 3. 2 more. Last one. Push into a downward dog. Elongate your spine. Pull breastbone forward and through. And it's okay if your heels don't touch the mat. Try to stretch the backs of those thighs. Pull the sits bones to the mat behind you. Let's do 4 more. Lift your heels up. Lower the heels down. 3. Heels lift up, heels lower. 2 more. And last one. 3-legged dog. Scoop in. You're taking your right leg straight into the air. Left leg is straight. Your hip bones are squared straight to the front of you. Inhale, exhale. You're pointing your toes. My toes are pointed. Inhale, exhale. 3-legged dog. Walk your right foot to the right front of your mat. Take both hands to the left side of your ankle and then drop down a little bit. And we're just going to sink down as we prepare to do our dragon stance. And we'll later take it into a wing dragon. I want you to get your hips to level out and stretch. Hold here. Breathe. 3 deep inhales here. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. You're going to inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Drop your back knee. Allow the top of your foot to rest onto your mat. Start to roll onto the lateral pinky toe side of your foot and allow your leg to rotate outward. We're going into our wing dragon. Hold here and breathe. Lengthen spine as you inhale. You can either stay here. If you like to take it a little deeper in your practice, then gently you're going to walk down to your forearms and stay here and breathe. Breathing in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. In through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Soften and yield. Receive. Here, I want you to take one more deep inhale. And softly exhale, gently press back up to your hands. Walk your front foot in between the two hands. Lift, you're going to take your back leg, curl the toes. You're going to rise up into a lunge, and I want you to gently fall back into a pyramid. Your hips are squared straight in front of you. Come back into a lunge, and then gently come back into a pyramid. Your hips are squared. 3 more. Lengthen your spine. Exhale. Hips are squared. 2 more. Breathing in. Exhale. 1 more time. Breathing in. And exhale. Hold here and breathe. Your hips are squared. Now from here, put your weight into your back foot. Swing your leg into 3-legged dog. Hips are squared. You're in your 3-legged dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently, you're going to bring your leg down. Walk out your dog. Lengthen your low back. Your hips can move a little if that feels good to you. And inhale and exhale. Breathe. And 4. And 5. Release your spine and your hips. And 3. And 2. Last one. Go into 3-legged dog. Rise that left leg up. Scoop your core tight. Reach and lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out. 3-legged dog. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk your foot to the front of your mat. You're going to take your left foot to the left corner of your mat. And I want you to hold here in your lunge. Stay here and breathe. Your 2 hands are to the inside of your left foot, so right side of your left ankle, and breathe. We're going to get this hip flexor to stretch long. Inhale and exhale. Spine is long. Your abdominal wall is supporting your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. From this lunge, we're going to go into our wing dragon. So I want you to drop your knee down and allow your foot to roll onto the lateral pinky toe side. You're going to let your top of your foot fall into the mat behind you. And stay here and breathe. We're going to get a really deep hip flexor stretch here. And we're going to get a lateral glute and hip stretch on the other side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Go inward. Pay attention to your breath. Focus inward. It's not a competition. Just go in. Feel your body. Acknowledge the air as it enters into your nostrils. And it goes into the back of the throat, all the way down into your lungs. Acknowledge as the air exits your body, coming back up, exiting through the mouth, breathing in and breathing out. Focus your intentions inward. Be the observer. Slowly, we're going to take it a little deeper. You could stay here. If you want to challenge yourself, go a little deeper. And we're going to come down to our forearms. Try to keep those hips straight, elongate the spine, and breathe in. We're on the forearms, breathing in, breathing out. I gotta level out my pelvis. I'm going a little crooked, trying to straighten out my back. Breathing in, do the same, keep the spine reaching long. Maybe you'll use a yoga block if you need it, if you have one. You rolled onto the lateral pinky toe side of your foot. Stay here and breathe. Wing dragon. Going deep into those lateral hips and quadricep hip flexor, psoas muscle. I'm going to take one more deep inhale here. And softly we're going to press our arms long. Carefully take your back foot, curl the toes under, lift up the knee, walk your front foot in between the two hands for a lunge. So we're in a lunge, and then we're going to drop back into a pyramid. Our legs are straight, and our hips are facing straight ahead. Pelvis is squared directly in front of you. Exhale if you want a deeper stretch, lift up the toes and breathe in, going into your pyramid, and exhale, lift up your leg. Stretch, elongate over the front of your thigh, get those hamstrings to lengthen out. And 3, going into a lunge and gently shifting back into pyramid, chest over thigh. 2, and shift your weight back. Good, one more time, breathing in, spine is long. Exhale, you're shifting your weight back. Press your weight into your hands. You're going to lift up your front leg, walk it out into your 3-legged dog. Your hips are squared straight ahead of you, toes are pointed. Inhale, exhale, and one more time. You're going to breathe in, exhale, and bring your leg down. Double heel lifts, lift up the heels, spiral your arms outward from your shoulder sockets. Feel those sits bones reach directly behind you, lengthen down through the backs of your thighs. Feel the elongation in your spine in opposition. And 6, lift the heels, lower the heels. 5, get that low back to pull apart. 4, and 3, and 2, last one, and gently drop your heels down. Fold your right knee, draw your right knee to your right thumb, take your back knee, point it straight down to the mat directly behind you. You're centered on your mat. Top of foot is going to lengthen into your mat. Your hips are squared straight to the front of your body, and just stay here and breathe. Stretch your spine long. We're going to go into a little swan. Little pigeon pose, stretch head away from tailbone, create length in spine. Your hip bones are squared straight ahead of you. Let's get those hips to release. Getting into your glutes as well, hip flexor, glute. Lengthening and reaching. Soften into it. Yield, receive the benefits. You can either stay here. If you wish to go a little deeper, we're going to hip hinge forward. We're going to come down to our forearms. Again, if you have a yoga block, you can have your forearms resting on the block. You can even bring the block under your forehead and stay here and breathe. If you want to go deeper from here, this transfers the weight a little bit, so not all of the weight is in your hips and pelvis. If you go all the way down to your forearms, you're going to have more weight going into your hips and pelvis, so just make sure you're ready for it. Breathing in and breathing out. Stretch your spine long. Just follow your breath with awareness. If there's any tension anywhere in your body, gently exhale into the tension so you release it. Three-dimensional breathing. Breathe into all the sides of your rib cage. Get that air into the deeper lobes of your lungs. Let's take one more deep inhale here. And slowly we're going to come back up to our forearms. Slowly we're going to press into our hands. Then we're going to curl the toes under of our back foot. We're going to press into our hands, lift up our back knee. Go back into a three-legged dog on that right leg. Stretch and lengthen. Gently bring the right leg down. Take a big inhale, exhale, stretch left leg into three-legged dog, lengthen apart. Fold the left knee in. Left knee comes towards your left thumb. Square out your hips, your pelvis, and you're going to lift up that back foot. Gently lengthen it into the mat. Your back knee is straight, aligned directly underneath. Hip, knee, ankle, straight line. And stay here for a moment. Breathing in, lengthen your spine upwards. Drop into your pelvis, your hips are squared. Exhale, release. Coming into swan on the other side, pigeon. We'll go into sleeping swan as long as you feel ready. Breathing in, we'll make our way down in little intervals. Stretch, lengthen up, inhale, exhale. Feel that energy enter your body, that chi, that life force entering your body. Follow the breath. Any areas of tightness, you focus your breath to that area, and then you exhale, observe, and release. If you wish, you can come down a little deeper. Come to your forearms, gently stretch spine long. Keep that middle back, thoracic spine lengthening, breathing in and breathing out. Put your attention and focus inward. Be the observer. If you want to deepen your stretch, maybe you'll bring a yoga block under your forehead. Maybe you'll bend elbows, stretch your spine long, lengthen between your shoulder blades, rest your forehead on backs of hands. Breathing in, hips are squared, breathing out. Keep spine reaching long. Be aware of your breath going in and going out. Soften, yield. In through the nose, out through the mouth. going to take another deep inhale here. And slowly we're going to make our way back up to our forearms, making our way up slowly. And maybe you'll slowly extend your arms, coming up all the way. We're going to curl the toes of our back foot under, lift up the back knee, bring your hands a little closer together. Slowly we're going to press up into a three-legged dog. Extend that left leg straight back behind you. Pull the spine apart, stretch that leg long, and gently come back into your downward dog. From your downward dog, I'm going to have you bend the knees in, hover above your mat, and exhale. Drop your weight back through your hips and your heels. Get that flow of energy, that Ida and Pingala up and down the spine for balance, for Shashuma. I apologize if I say anything incorrectly. Breathing in, breathing out. Come in, hover, exhale, drop those sits bones back behind you. Breathing in and breathing out. Drop those sits bones. Your low back is elongated. Your arm bones spiral outward, bringing space into those shoulder sockets. 4 more. Gently scoop in. And 3, drop those heels away. And 2, your spine is long, reaching in opposition. And last one. Inhale. And stretch those legs long. Slowly fold the knees. Come all the way down, hands and knees. From here, I want you to slide your upper body away from the lower body. Your hips are going to stay right above your knees. And then I'm going to have you gently go into your melting heart. So we're going to slowly do our extended puppy pose. And I want you to stretch forward towards your mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Your shoulder blades pull down sides of back. Breathing in, feel a stretch under the armpits. Again, your arm bones spiral out. Make room between the front of the rib cage and the hip bones. Pull apart. Stretch. Armpits to palms, sits bones behind you. Let's do one more deep inhale. Slowly, I want you to walk your hands in. Now from here, I'm going to have you slowly come down into a low Sphinx. Come all the way down to your mat. I want to create a little space in your spine. So the tops of your feet rest on the mat. Your sits bones reach behind you. Your hip bones are grounded firmly into your mat. And I want you to gently tilt chin forward. And imagine we do not want the back of our neck skin to wrinkle together. We want to keep it lengthened, long, loose. So we don't want to scrunch or compress. And you're going to, at the same time, draw your breastbone, your sternum, pulling forward through the 2 arms, creating maximal length in the middle part of your spine to the top of your head. And I want you to just stay here and breathe. Your shoulders are down away from the ears. We're just reversing what happens when you sit in a car or when you sit at the computer during the day. Let's try to create some space and length in there to create freedom and to not have compressed joints. You're going to feel your abdominal stretch part as well. You could either stay here, and if you want to make it a little more difficult, you could come into seal by extending the arms out forward and front slightly, avoiding compressing the shoulders into the ears. Keep shoulders down away, neck is long, as well as the low back. That low back still has length. Your elbows point towards the mat. And breathe in your seal. We want to decompress our spine. Therefore, we can energetically release it. If there's any pain, then you would come down, do it lower, down towards your mat. Avoid compressing your spine at all costs. Always readjust your body. If you go too far, just pull back. Also going to strengthen those triceps as well, the back of your upper arms, the lats in your back. And we're going to take another deep inhale here. And gently we're going to come down closer to our mat. We're going to take our right arm to a 90-degree angle, meaning straight line from shoulder to elbow, straight line from elbow to wrist. Place your arm against the floor or the mat. You're going to lift up the opposite leg. The left knee bends. We're slowly rotating, and we're going to twist so that we can have our left hand directly under the left shoulder. And then we're going to stretch out the musculature on the right side of your neck. Your shoulder drops. And we're going to open up the left rib cage. Slowly, you're going to start to rotate over. Just go to where you're comfortable. Open up this whole left side of your rib cage. Side of neck is long. Getting into the pectoral muscle, anterior deltoid, under the armpits. Stay here for a couple breaths. Again, if you feel like you've stretched too far, you need to ease back out of it. Come back out of it. We want to free our shoulders, our neck, gently without force. Expand into the sides of your ribs. Create length and space for your spine. Slowly take one more deep inhale. And we're going to gently unwind. Slowly turn back to your mat. Cross your hands. Gently wiggle pelvis side to side. Relax your forehead on the back of your hands. Gently tilt, rotate head sideways as if you're saying no. And then rotate head to the other side. Stretch out sides of neck. 2 more. And other side, nice, gently and slowly. Last one, return head center. This time, left palm comes directly under. I should say left arm does a 90-degree angle. Shoulder aligns with elbow, elbow aligns with wrist. Your right hand comes in a straight line directly under this right shoulder. Your hip bones are on the mat. We're going to slowly bend the right knee, curl the leg in. Now you push into the right palm, and then you're going to slowly rotate your hip off the mat as you gently let this foot fall back to the mat behind you. That back arm is still at your 90-degree angle. Your collarbones are wide. You're lengthening this whole right side of your rib cage. Breathe. Expansion into those lower ribs. Feel the left side of your neck stretch. The left shoulder stretching. The pectorals, the side of the neck, the shoulder, and breathe. Avoid forcing anything. And if you feel like you're going too far and too deeply into a stretch, then that means you need to slowly back out of the stretch. Do less. Listen to your body to avoid hurting yourself. Feel these ribs separate, create length in spine. Feel the stretch even into the front of your hip. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep inhale. Feel those ribs laterally expand. And gently, softly release. We're going to rotate back to the mat. Once you extend your leg, you bring both hands close to your body. Your palms just come right under each shoulder. Scoop your core in. We're going to slowly push up to our hands and our knees. Elbows squeeze back. Push up to the hands and the knees. Now gently, I want you to fall back, hips over heels, and come into your balasana, your rest pose. Pull your breastbone forward over the legs. Stretch your sits bones back behind you and stay here. One more deep inhale. Exhale, softly release. Slowly walk your hands directly under your shoulders. Slowly press up. Come onto all fours. Table, hands and knees. Spine is long. Head away from tailbone. Thread the needle. Your two hip bones squared down to your mat. Collarbone opens wide. Really open your shoulders and your chest. We're going to stretch your mid-thoracic spine, and then we're going to rotate, thread the arm under the other side. Your shoulder comes into the mat, and gently pull shoulder out of ear. Gently stretch the other arm, lengthen it away from you as long as you can keep shoulder down. Stay here and breathe. Release the neck and the shoulder. Stay here and breathe. One more deep inhale. Slide the left hand under left shoulder. Come back onto hands and knees. Find your neutral, head away from tailbone. Front ribs meet back ribs. Hip bones are squared to your mat. Breathing in, rotate from breastbone. Open your collarbone wide. Inhale. Now thread the needle. Take your left hand, bring it under the right. Shoulder on mat. Extend that right arm overhead. Make sure there's space between right shoulder, right ear. There's space between left shoulder, left ear. Stay here and breathe. Spine is long. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe into that space in between your two shoulder blades, mid-back. Create elongation all through the side of your ribs. You want to get that mid-back to open up, release. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Follow the breath. One more time. And gently exhale. Slowly you're going to slide your hand directly in line under your shoulder. Come up onto all fours. Another set of cat-cows. Inhale as you elongate your spine. Exhale as you scoop in tight. Release. 4. Exhale, release. Scoop core in tight. 3. And release. Exhale 2 more times. Inhale. Head away from tailbone. And exhale, release. Now from here, you're going to take your right foot forward. Bring the left leg over the right. Square out your pelvis and your hips. Sit tall. We're going to do a little seated twist. You're sinking into the hips, bottom of your pelvis, sits bones. Equal weight. And then what I want you to do here, you're going to rise up to the top of your head. You're going to slowly grab a hold of this leg as you lift this arm up. And I want you to lift your breastbone slightly to the sky as you extend the middle part of your back, your thoracic spine. You're lifting up, you're lengthening. Get a slight extension through the middle of your back. Breathing in and breathing out. Two more times, breathing in. Open your chest, breathing out. Rising to the top of your head. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Gently release this arm, extend this leg out long. Fold that left leg under. Take your right leg directly on top over that other side. So you're sitting up tall. That right ankle crossed is over. And we're going to do our little seated twist. This side's so much tighter on my body. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're just having our leg. Right foot is down on the mat. Trying to get my pelvis level, ideally equal weight in your sits bones. My hip just totally wants to lift up. It's like, wow, this side just goes straight down. I'm trying to repeat what I did on the other side. My hips are so tight. It's really hard sometimes to get the, okay, this is a side that's way up there. So, as best as you can, you really want your pelvis level. Pelvis is level, equal on your mat. You can even stick a little yoga blanket under there if you need to fill up any space in there. Bottom of foot. Then what we do, we're going to rotate, grab our leg, and then we're going to send this arm reaching down. There we go. Now my hip dropped. I'm looking for that hip drop. You can have the arm up. You can cross over. Squeeze that. Yep, there we go. There's my little squeeze where I was able to get a little bit more rotation into the middle part of my spine. And then I just got my hip sits bone, I should say, to drop into the mat. Now I'm going to elevate my breastbone as that sits bone stays down, connected to the mat. Take 3 deep inhales, exhales here. It's really important that we try to get the 2 sides of our bodies to level out, because we can injure ourselves if they get totally out of proportion. And mine can get out of proportion, so I have to really hone in. I have a very physical job and I don't see out of one eye, so I'm gravitating to the side I see all day long, repetitively. So I end up messing things up in my body. So I just have to focus, try to straighten my body out. Breathing in, breathing out, lift breastbone to sky, breathing in, and breathing out. One more deep inhale here. And slowly we're going to release. Let's come into a Shavasana today. Just going to extend those legs. Come all the way, roll down, peel down sequentially. palms to sky. Just let those legs release into your mat. And let the mat hold you as you settle into what your body just did. Enjoy the stretch. You don't have to do anything, just stay here, breathe, and enjoy. Relax, release. Allow your breastbone to melt. So you soften, you actually release and relax. Melt. Absorb all of the benefits. Just melt. Let's take another deep inhale here. Gently bringing our awareness back. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Take your arms, extend straight overhead. Stretch the entire spine, head away from tailbone, nice and long. And gently we're going to slowly turn onto our right side, fold knees in. Now we're going to turn, let our blood pressure change, orthostatic hypotension. We're just allowing our blood pressure to change as we move from position to position. All right. Gently cross legs in front into your Sukhasana, into your easy pose. And we're just feeling thankful, grateful, blessed for doing this workout this evening. And I hope you feel like you receive some benefits. Bringing hands to heart, feeling peaceful. Breathing in. Gently reach arms to sky. Positive energy into your heart. Flow. Feel at peace. All right, no stress, just peace. Thanks everybody. Wish you well. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. If you like my channel, please hit like and subscribe. I'd so appreciate it. Thank you. Bye. Peace.